This is it, folks. Finally did it. Got myself a kayak. Wilderness Systems Ride 115. Got it on Craigslist with an AirPro Max seat. Most awesome seat I think I've ever sat in. Better be for $300 or $400, whatever they charge for these things. I got this kayak for $500. I'm pretty lucky, I think. This thing handled really well the other day. That was the first time ever using a kayak. When I first got in it, it seemed a little wobbly, just wasn't used to it. But got used to it right away, man. Took off. God, what a great experience. Just being on the water instead of on shore, standing around other people's garbage, not catching fish, being limited to where you can go. This thing is rad. This is just, I wanted one of these so bad. I'm so happy I got this. The person who sold it to me said that the guy was going to put a fish finder on here. I don't know why he was going to put it where this important handle would be. But anyways, I'm going to replace that. I've already made one modification. Golf balls in the scupper holes. The back got wet a little bit, and I had a backpack in here, and didn't really work out real well. So plug those up. I'll plug up the other ones later. This is a great kayak. I had a few criteria when I bought this. One of them was I needed to be able to put this in my truck by myself. So it's 76 pounds. I can do it. I'm getting older. Got tendonitis, back, a little bit of problems. So lifting this thing is not a problem for me. I mean, sliding it into the truck. Getting it on the roof would be a little more difficult. The other criteria was I wanted it to be stable. I wanted to be able to stand up in it. This one is one of the more stable kayaks, apparently. I can walk all over. I can crawl up to the front and get in this hatch. I can turn around and reach over the seat and grab stuff out of there. Pretty much isn't going to tip over. I might fall out, but it's not going to tip. Those rod holders need to move. Really not crazy about where those are. Oh, and the other criteria was I needed a good seat. I got back issues. Doesn't hurt much these days. I spent maybe 4 hours or so in this seat a couple days ago, and it was wonderful. Totally freaking awesome, man. There are a few things I'd like to do to this thing. Number one, I'm going to put an anchor trolley system on it. I'm going to make one myself. That'll be easy. The main thing I want to do is put a trolling motor on it. And what I'd really like is to be able to steer it with my feet using the foot thingies. This thing already has holes and tubes inside it to run cable for steering either a rudder or a trolling motor with these foot pedal things. Just hook it up, run the line through this little hole right here. Comes out the back. See right there? Comes out the back. Put your trolling motor back here and hook it up. You can steer with your feet. And I want to be able to go forward and backwards with my feet as well, as if I can. I'm going to try and rig up some foot switches. I just don't want to take my hands off my pole when I'm fishing if I can help it. So if I could have afforded it, I would have got a pedal drive, but I just can't spend that much money. So I think if I get a cheap trolling motor, I can work something out. So yeah, went on the water in this thing. Here's what I think. This thing's awesome. First time in a kayak, so what else am I going to think? This is really great. Actually, when I first got in it, I was kind of worried it was a little more wobbly than I thought a kayak would be. I've literally never been in one before. But I've been in boats, all my life. I grew up around boats, so very comfortable with being on the water. And once I started rowing, I was fine, paddling away. And once I got out there for a little while, I stood up once. It's in the video. It's pretty shaky. But after that, I tried a few more times and cast it out and reeled in. And that was pretty good. I think I'm coming up with a workable way to do that. This thing's supposed to be a really stable kayak for standing, so it's up to me to get used to that. I'm 51 years old, I'm not exactly used to skateboarding or anything like that anymore, so it takes a couple minutes to get your sea legs, but I can see how this will be very cool, and it's a good opportunity to stretch the back out, and just stand up for 5 minutes, if nothing else. But this seat is so awesome. I really didn't need to stand up at all. This AirPro Max is just awesome, man. I just don't know what else to say. I'm glad I didn't have to pay for it, because I would have never bought it. Came with the kayak, unbelievably. Really great. The seat has three positions: a low, a high, and a recline. I guess the recline could be cool if you have a box back there to rest your head on. Otherwise, well, I don't know. So I gotta say, I love this kayak. I mean, I've never even ridden in a kayak before, but I've seen enough videos that I just knew this was something I wanted to do. So I took the plunge. I didn't even get to test drive one, but after months of watching videos about all these different kayaks I kept seeing on Craigslist, I feel like I had a pretty good list of things to get. Had a great day out on the water. That was awesome. The thing handled beautifully. It paddled fine against the wind on the way back to the ramp. It must have gone for, I don't know, I'd say we went at least 4 miles that day. No problem. I wasn't sore the next day at all. I really like this kayak. The seat is phenomenal. The stability is really good, and I just can't wait to get back out there. Hey, I'm just getting started. I got a lot of work I want to do on this thing, and I'll share that with you as I go. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to bringing some awesome fishing content real soon, especially from that kayak. Oh yeah. All right. Subscribe. Thanks for hanging out. Talk to you soon.